Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave of the day brought to you by Chuck Shaving Channel. We got Van Yulay's Miss Hudson. Very floral. Yeah. With, well, I guess it's kind of a biscuity top note, honey, I guess. But we got rose, jasmine, and lavender in there. It's like type thing with tea. It's like I can smell the tea. The tea is nice, and you got kind of a cookie scent with that tea. But then there's all that floral in there. It's like when you lather it up, definitely get that feeling that you're sitting there in the church pew and someone walks in on the other side of the church and the other set of pews and across the way that are a good 20, 30 feet away minimum. And you can smell them because she's 80 years old and she hasn't taken a bath in 3 days and she just douses herself like with perfume to mask the smell or think that smells great, and you're like, so strong I can taste it, you know, that type of thing. That's how the feeling I get from this. Definitely not a manly scent at all. I felt like when I'm about ready to use this and my man card is going to get taken away. That's kind of how I feel. All right. Then we're going to use the Astra Superior stainless blades with the Edwin Jagger DE89 razor. I like this thing. Works good for me. I haven't used the Astra Superiors in a long time, but hey, we're going to use them again. And then we're going to follow up with, we got Miss Hudson's, what do you call it? Splash here. Smells a little bit different. You definitely got the tea and the kind of the cookie smell that comes off this. It's like we'll find out if we're going to get that more floral lavender, jasmine, rose scent coming across. It's like most time when I smell rose or lavender, it's like, oh, my brain type thing. Yeah, I'm definitely not a floral guy at all. Yeah, you may be able to get away with it, but all it does is cause me a massive headache. And it's right there. It's like I can feel it in the back of my skull working its way up, about ready to reach in and grab me by the eyeballs and go and rip your head off type thing. Yeah. Is that descriptive enough? Yeah. I'm using it. I'll get it. You want to use. This would be one I probably will not keep at all. I'll eventually here I'm going to pass some of these things on to someone else too. It's like Chuck passing to me, and I'll pass them on to someone else. Share the wealth. Because somebody out there has got to love this stuff, right? Not everybody, but some. And you got individuals, they can be sitting right next to that grandmother over in the pews, and they're like, I don't mind, it smells great. Hey, boo boo. Smells like a picnic basket. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like these Astra blades. They always work good for me. Always seem to work good in my Edwin Jagger razor. It knocks off the fur really quick. And if you're new, I do have one new subscriber. Thank you for joining in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So it's been a while since I discussed things, but you know, it's like when you see me, it's like you're going against the grain already. It's like from here to here, it swirls. So it doesn't matter what direction I go. I'm going against the grain no matter what I'm doing. But up here, it is, growth goes straight down. So that's fine. That's the thing. Know your face. Know what you're doing. You'll get by. Typically, by the time I'm done with my second pass, from below the chin line is pretty smooth. And then here my growth goes right from here to here, it goes this way. So, and then right here, it goes straight down. And then there's nothing like right here. Yeah, it's like some individuals, you know, they have gaps in their. You look at like Keanu Reeves, you know, and he's got a scruffian look going on. You can tell he's got gaps in his growth. Speaking of which, I was reading an article where Keanu Reeves is saying, "I'm looking forward to doing John Wick 5. I'm like, people are, but he died. No, he didn't die. He was so tired, he just passed out at the end. Let me tell you, he's wearing ballistic suit, which would stop the bullets from going in him, but doesn't mean you don't feel the impact. He fell out of a roof, out of a window onto a car, like 2 stories, down a 1-story drop. He fell downstairs, and then he actually did get shot. You know, so let me tell you, you take that kind of punishment, you're gonna be like, oh, it's nappy time. Just think about the average person, what you'd go through. And then all the abuse that he went through in that movie. He got hit by a car. It's like, oh yeah. It's like, he was having a bad day. It was like, really bad. So he was bruised and abused. And it was like, he stopped for a second and decided to relax, and his brain says, good night, we're out of here. We'll wake up in a week. What do you got to say? You know, a guy that got kicked off with a 4 or 5 story building onto an awning in the previous movie. Yeah. Yeah, he was having a bad day. Even though now pretty much there to say that he has a seat at the table now. He's not below the table, he's at the table. They took that guy's position. So we'll find out how that works out. Probably in about 25 or so, we'll see that movie possibly. But the big thing with that is that the idiots in Hollywood are on strike. So you got the writers and the actors guild are like, we're on strike because we can't get enough. And it's like, probably doing anything now. It's like we had a bunch of movies that were supposed to come out this fall, now got kicked back to next year because all the studios are like, we need to space our stuff out because now we're going to have a 6 month to a year delay because of these freaking idiots. And the ones that are going to hurt the most are the theater owners. It's like, how many of them are going to how many theaters might go out of business because of this stupid stuff? So, the end result will be, oh, we're not making as much money off our movies. Yeah, because nobody's can go to them. It's like you look at a lot of these mom and pop ones that are like I live in Iowa, which has a lot of rural theaters. Yeah, there was probably a reason. It's like I went and seen just the other day. We went and watched Oppenheimer. That movie came out in June? It's still in the theaters. We went into a big Cineplex. They have like 25 theaters in it. And it was basically a matinee, which is kind of cool. It's like these theaters, you got this, you sit in a chair and then you push a little button and you go, and it reclines and your feet go up and you're kicked back and relaxed. Yeah, stadium seating where you can just relax. This nice, comfy, squishy chair. All for $8. Which reminds me, I need to go. Before it disappears out of theater, I want to go see The Meg. It's like, any movies that come out in August, it's like, I have a hard time getting to see them. Is typically, my wife gets like, you went to a movie by yourself? Yeah. But she doesn't want to go, she didn't want to see Oppenheimer. So me and my chiropractor went to it. Because his wife didn't want to go see it. It's 3 hours long. I don't want to sit through a 3-hour movie. That's what his wife said, and that's what my wife said. Almost to the exact word. So, we went. Good movie. I liked Oppenheimer. And a bit of history. I learned some new things. I nicked myself or something. And it's like, yeah, it was good. There's a lot of stuff I knew because, you know, studied about him, you know, back in the day. But there was other things I learned about it. You know, it's like, oh, I didn't know that. And we're sitting there, and my friend, who's a chiropractor. He was my chiropractor, also my friend. But he was asked, like, just throughout the movie, what's that mean? What's that mean? Because he knows I'm a science guy, and he, you know, his experience with science is biology, which is totally nothing because I'm a earth science, physical science, you know, geologist type thing. So a lot of that stuff I studied. You know, it's almost, I was getting a total physics degree, but yes, I'm sort of a rocket scientist. Oh, it's like I'm over whispering throughout the movie, telling to him. And every once in a while, a guy sitting next to me was like, looks like he's listening. He's like, oh, okay. It's not like an irritated look. He's like, okay, all right. No, I felt like it was the interpreter for what was going on in the movie. But yeah, I want to go see The Meg before it leaves theaters. Probably I might go on Monday. Convince my wife. I'm like, hey, I'm going over to the movie on Monday. I go see Shark Week. Jason Statham and battling big, giant, man-eating sharks. Yeah. I like the first Meg. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times now. Kind of cool. The whole premise of it is kind of, yeah, you know what it is, but I like Jason Statham. He's a good actor. And actually see him put his, because he was training to be an Olympic swimmer. I don't know if he made the Olympic team for Britain, but I mean, the comments will know that's from over there. But he does a good job. He's a good actor. And we got the newest Expendables coming out with him in it. Him and Stallone. I guess this is going to be the last Expendables movie. So we'll find out. It's like, you get to a certain point, you got to retire. And Stallone, he's like 75, 76. He's up there. Maybe he's older. He's got some years under him. Maybe closer to 80. Yeah, it's one of those things where Yeah, he's pretty much spent his entire life as an action hero style movie actor, and it gets to the point where it gets hard. It's like, even I'm 58 and it starts to hurt. You know, it's like we went and seen Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and you read the stuff about it, and it's like Harrison Ford was, you know, he's 80 something. He's like, I just can't do this anymore. This is just too much work. You know, even if you try to keep in shape and work out all the time, your body just starts breaking down. And then it's just a battle of staying halfway mobile. You know what they should have put in this? A little bit of tobacco scent. That would have been made this better. I was just thinking about that. Add some manliness to it. And she brings the flower bouquet with the cookies and the tea sitting down, and the husband opens up his big giant bowl where he keeps his pipe tobacco, and you smell that wafting out of it, you know, as you add it. That would have been cool. That would have been nice. Maybe that's the secret. Add some manliness to it. Or it could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I got the Haverford, the what do you call it? Aftershave from Sterling. That would have been an interesting ad. Put some Haverford in it, which would add a little bit of vanilla and tobacco scent to it. Which would have been, the vanilla would have been part of the cookies, and the tobacco scent would have been from the bowl. What would you think? What would you do? If I remember right, these Astra stainless, I usually get about 3 good shaves out of them. The platinums, I get 4 good, easy shaves out of those. As I can tell, it's not quite as sharp, but it's getting the job done. All right, I think we're done. Seal it up. Yep, we're done. I could tell this would be a soap that even my wife would look at and go, no, get that out of here. She would like, blech. She's like me when it comes to these scents like this. All right, let's try this Miss Hudson. There we go. Wow, that's totally different. You got that more of a cookie, honey, it's kind of a sweet scent coming across. That's not as offensive as the soap. Let's just put it that way. So, there we go. Miss Hudson. All right. Now, just to let you know, if you want to get something from the Razor Company, there's an affiliate link down below. Click on it. And when you purchase something, I'll get a little kickback. And when it gets to a certain point, I think $25, I'll do a giveaway. So there you go. All right, so that was Van Yulay's Miss Hudson. Not a fan of the scent profile. The soap worked great. One thing about the base is nice. I like the base. The scent, not so much. Then we use the Astra Superior stainless blades. They did a good job, along with the Edwin Jagger 8D89. Works good. Got the job done. And we followed up with a little bit of Miss Hudson Splash. All right, so that's the shave of the day, everybody. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.